Good evening. This is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo. My name is Jim, net control operator for the amateur radio emergency service R3D2 net. I'm located in Loveland, Colorado. This net meets every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. local time for the purpose of planning, practicing, and discussing the activities of the R3D2 ARES group. Our district serves agencies in Larimer and Weld County. Any emergency traffic will be handled with top priority during the net. I will now break for any emergency traffic. Emergency traffic only. Please call now. Hearing nothing, is there any formal NTS traffic? If so, please call now. This is a directed net. Please do not transmit unless called on by net control during the net. All communications will be handled through net control. This net is open to anyone who is licensed to operate on this repeater and interested in amateur radio public service communications. This net is affiliated with Amateur Radio Emergency Services of the American Radio Relay League. However, ARRL and ARES membership is not required to check in. Please check out if you should need to leave prior to the closing of the net. This is KA6ETE, net control for the R3D2 ARES net. This net will accept check-ins in order of ARES affiliation. All stations will have an opportunity to check in. However, please wait for your appropriate check-in group. I will begin with R3D2 served agency directors, ARES members, followed by stations on Echolink. General check-ins will be taken at the end of the check-in process. When checking in, please give the following: your call sign, first alphabetically, then again with international phonetics, your name, location, whether you have an announcement or comments. I will now take check-ins from any served agency directors only. Please call now.
Good evening, Jim. This is Whiskey 0, Delta Delta Zulu, W0 DDZ, Dave and Greeley. And just FYI, so you know, your audio level is very low. It is hard to hear you. W0 DDZ.
KD0UJK, Kilo Delta 0, Uniform Juliet Kilo, Steve and Nunn, District AEC, and Weld EOC Director. And I will be doing the training tonight.
This is KD0 TYU, Kilo Delta 0, Tango Yankee Uniform, Joe and Loveland, Emergency Coordinator, Larimer and Weld County.
This is AE0LCK, Kilo Echo 0, Lima Charlie Kilo, the other Mike from Windsor, AEC Operations, Director Skywarn, Director Windsor.
This is Kilo Charlie 0, Zulu India Echo, Darren Fort Collins, Director for Hospitals.
Okay, we'll take a break there. Net control acknowledges W0 DDZ Dave, KD0UJK Steve, KD0TYU Joe, KE0LCK Mike, and KC0ZIE Aaron. They'll take check-ins from all ARES members. All ARES members with the call suffixes Alpha through Mike, please call now.
is Whiskey Niner India, November Echo, W9INE, Larry, Estes Park, Larimer County.
This is KE0 LSL, Kilo Echo 0, Lima Sierra Lima, Al in Greeley.
Take a break. Net control acknowledges W9INE and KE0 LSL. Sounded like there was a double with Larry. If you did not hear your call sign and you checked in, please call back now. Hearing nothing, we'll continue with check-ins. Take check-ins from all ARES members. All ARES members, call suffixes Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
India 7, Papa Mike, Phil, work the Larimer EOC, AI 7 p.m.
Kilo 6 Oscar Golf, David, Estes Park, Larimer County, no traffic.
Good evening, here is Kilo 0, Juliet, Echo, Foxtrot, Jeff, Fort Collins.
Bob, Estes Park, Larimer County, no traffic. This is E0 OEP, Kilo Delta 0 Oscar Echo Papa, Mike, Estes Park, Larimer County, no traffic.
Good evening to the net. This is N0YLS, November 0 Yankee Lima Sierra, Mike and Livermore, Larimer County, no traffic.
Yeah, take a break real quick. Sound like there's a couple doubles in there. I got, I believe it was KE6OG, K0JEF, KD0OEP, and N0YLS. If you try checking in, did not hear a call sign, please call back.
Alpha India 7, Papa Mike, Phil, Larimer, AI 7 p.m.
Okay, are you there? AI 7 p.m. We'll take check-ins from stations on Echolink. Echolink stations, please call now.
Good evening, K0ABK, Kilo 0, Alpha Bravo Kilo, Alec, Weld County.
KE0 SOR, Kilo, Echo 0, Sierra Oscar Romeo, Mike, Larimer County.
Main net control will acknowledge K0ABK and KE0SOR. We'll now take general check-ins. Alpha through Mike. Please call now. Hearing nothing, we'll move on. This is KA6ET net control for the R3D2 ARES net. I will now move on to announcements or comments. We did have... No one announced they had any comments. Do we have anyone with comments or announcements for this evening's net? Please call now.
K0JEF.
K0JEF, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and clarify one thing about our net script, and this is not necessarily for the folks that are reading from the net script, but the folks that are responding to it. And that is, we need to consider brevity when we are working in the field. So less non-useful information being transmitted is better than more. We don't resort to things like Q codes and that sort of stuff because plain language is required of us when we're operating under ICS rules in the field for our served agencies. But when you're asked to check in, using your call sign, your name, your location, and if you're a director or an AEC, you're asked to announce that, and then you're asked to announce if you have traffic for the net. I'll let this reset. It sounds sort of rude, maybe even counterintuitive, I guess, but probably not exactly. During a check-in, it is assumed that a person checking in will not have traffic for the net unless otherwise stated. Therefore, stating no traffic for the net is automatically assumed and something that you don't have to do when you're checking in. Only announce the fact that you have traffic for the net so that the net control operator can make note of it and then come back to you during the time when we're handling that traffic, that type of traffic. So going forward, you probably can just leave out the no traffic and just know that it is understood and assumed unless you state that you have traffic for the net. Just a little training point there this evening, and I'll turn it back over to Ned. If there's anybody who has any questions or comments, I'll take those after the net. Thank you, K0JEF.
Thank you for that, Jeff. Do we have any additional questions, comments, or announcements? If so, please call now. Hearing nothing, we'll now go on to our weekly R3D2 ARES training. This week from Steve, KD0UJK. The floor is yours.
Yeah, this is KD0UJK. Since we're getting into that season of the thunderstorms, we're going to do a little bit of rules and information on thunderstorms. First section we're going to talk about is before lightning strikes. Keep an eye on the sky. Look for darkening skies, flashes of light, or increasing wind. Listen for the sound of thunder. Thunderstorm activity in our region starts when the daytime temperature reaches about 70 degrees and the potential lasts well into late autumn. If you hear thunder, you are close enough to the storm to be struck by lightning. Go to a safe shelter immediately. Listen to your local NOAA weather radio announcements and Skywarn alerts, or to commercial radio and television for the latest weather bulletins. Many of our local news sites have radar that can give you up-to-the-minute conditions in our area. Our ARES R3D2 Skywarn activation occurs on the 447.700 or the 146.625 repeaters. When a storm approaches, find shelter in a building or car. Keep car windows closed. Avoid convertibles. Telephone lines, electric lines, and metal pipes can conduct lightning. Unplug all appliances. Avoid using the landline or any electrical appliances. Leaving electrical lights on, however, does not increase the chances of your home being struck by lightning. Additionally, the cell phone is safe. Just avoid landlines and use your cell phone if you have a cell phone and you need to make a call. Avoid taking a bath or shower or running water for any purpose during a thunderstorm. Turn off the air conditioner. Power surges from lightning can overload the compressor, resulting in a costly repair job. Draw blinds and shades over windows. If windows break due to objects blown by the wind, the shades will help prevent glass from shattering into your home and injuring you or your family. Protecting yourself outside. If you're in the woods, take shelter under the shorter trees. Larger trees are more prone to be struck by lightning. If you are boating or swimming, get to land and find shelter immediately. If you're caught out in the open, go to a low-lying open place away from trees, poles, or metal objects. Make sure the place you pick is not subject to flooding. Be a very small target. Squat low to the ground. That's kind of a misnomer there, squatting. Place your hands on your knees with your head between them. I think that's an old thought on how to protect yourself. Make yourself the smallest target possible. Do not lie flat on the ground. This will make you a larger target. After the storm passes, stay away from storm-damaged areas. Down power lines should always be considered hazardous. Avoid areas which are flooded or could be prone to flash flooding. Listen to the radio or television for information and instructions. If someone is struck by lightning, people struck by lightning carry no electrical charge and can be handled safely. Call for help. Get someone to dial 911. The injured person has received an electrical shock and may be burned, both where they were struck and where the electricity left their body. Check for burns in both places. Being struck by lightning can also cause nervous system damage, broken bones, and loss of hearing or eyesight. Give first aid. If breathing has stopped, a trained person should begin rescue breathing. If the heart has stopped, a trained person should give CPR. If the person has a pulse and is breathing, look and care for other possible injuries. Learn first aid and CPR by taking a Red Cross first aid and CPR course. Contact your local Red Cross chapter for class schedules and fees. Protecting your radio equipment during thunderstorms. Install a station ground to divert lightning to earth ground. Disconnect the antenna connections from your radio to prevent damage. Antenna masts and towers should be earth grounded. Use an inside antenna or HT during thunderstorms. Okay, that is the end of the training on thunderstorms with some good ideas and points that you should remember during thunderstorms. And yeah, we do get a lot of thunderstorms around here. Okay, back to net now.
Thank you for providing this week's ARES training, Steve. Before closing the net, are there any additional stations who would like to check into the R3D2 ARES net? If so, please call now.
Whiskey, Yankee, 0, Romeo, Oscar, Bravo, Larimer County, Estes Park, ARES member.
Zero MIZ, question.
Net control acknowledges WY0ROB. The station calling for the question, you go with your question, you please start with your call sign. You did not catch the whole thing. Your the prefix was clipped off.
Okay, very good. Kilo Echo 0, Mike India Zulu, KE0MIZ, Rob, around Owl Canyon. Question regarding your activating frequencies for the Skywarns. I didn't have opportunity to grab my pen and write them down when they were mentioned. Could you come back with those, please?
Yeah, this is KD0UJK. The frequencies are 447.700, 146.625. And those two frequencies, when the Skywarn net is activated, is linked so you can get up on either frequency.
Okay, very good. Let me see here. 447.700 and 447.625. Roger.
Negative. The last one is 146.625.
Copy 146. Thank you very much. KE0MIZ back to net.
This is KA6ET, net control for this evening's R3D2 ARES net. I will now check each station out. I will read your call suffix. Please respond with your FCC issued call sign. DDZ.
W0DDZ.
UJK.
KD0UJK.
TYU.
KD0TYU.
LCK.
KE0LCK.
ZIE.
KC0ZIE.
INE.
W9INE.
LSL.
KE0LSL.
PM.
7 p.m.
KA6OG.
JEF.
K0JEF.
OEP.
KD0 OEP.
YLS.
N0 YLS.
ABK.
K0 ABK.
SOR.
KE0 SOR.
ROB.
WY0 ROB.
MIZ.
KE0 MIZ.
The mission of the Amateur Radio Emergency Service is to provide reliable and alternate communications to our served agencies in times of emergency, disaster, or national crisis. This evening there were 17 check-ins, including net control. The next scheduled ARES R3D2 net will be next Thursday evening at 7 p.m. I would like to thank each station for checking in and the NCARC for the use of their repeater this evening. All stations with appropriate privileges are invited to check into the statewide ARES HF net on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. on the frequency of 3.810 megahertz, the statewide ARES VHF net on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 145.310 megahertz repeater using a tone of 88.5 hertz. For further information about ARES R3D2, please go to www.coloradoaresr3d2.org. This is KA6ETE closing the net at 7:28 p.m. and returning the repeater to normal amateur radio use. 7-3 and have a good evening.
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.